Welcome to World Energy Television. I'm Richard Loomis, CEO of World Energy. And today we're hosting on-camera dialogues at Summer NAPE 2008. And we have the privilege of visiting with John Elzner, the Senior Vice President of Denali Oil and Gas. John, thank you very much for joining us.
Well, thanks for asking me to be here.
So what brings you to NAPE?
Well, NAPE has been going on, as you know, for a number of years. I'm not even sure of the number anymore, 20 plus years. When it was originally founded, I really have to say that I was probably a skeptic and thought it would never succeed. And now I won't miss a single one. So it's a great place to meet people, to see deals, to make deals happen, or to make connections for future deals.
So are you here to sell or here to buy?
Well, we're doing a little of both. We've got some things, some properties that we've got and we're showing. But mainly this has been a forum for Denali to come in and try to pick up deals and buy into deals. And we've been fairly successful.
But let's talk about oil for just a moment. The U.S. has been declining on its oil production for the last 20 years. Do you think that trend could ever be reversed?
You know, I don't believe it can be reversed. I believe that perhaps the rate of decline, we can work on that a little bit. I don't think we can ever get it to flatten out totally or to make it come back up. But I do think that there's still a large number of opportunities, particularly in unexplored areas. The eastern Gulf of Mexico, I think, is an area ripe for exploration, and I know the reasons we haven't done it in the past, and hopefully things will turn around for that area in particular in the future. And of course, Anwar is the same thing.
Well, I've heard it said several times that the geology doesn't stop just because you drew a line on the map.
That's absolutely correct.
I think it'll be very interesting to see what we can get as we go past Louisiana and into the eastern Gulf, based on the production we've been able to get from the rest of the Gulf. On natural gas, we have a different story, though. Over the last couple of years, we've been increasing production. Do you think that trend could be continued?
I think that trend is going to be continued. It's really been amazing to me what has transpired with the shale plays. Again, I'd have to say, 5 years ago I was a skeptic about the shale plays, and I still am a little bit of a skeptic about it, depending on natural gas prices. It's very price dependent, price sensitive, and if we see the prices inch back down, which usually happens when you have high supply or supply outstrip demand, I think some of these shale plays are going to be in a little bit of trouble. But I think generally speaking, the natural gas supply is in very, very good shape for the U.S. for the near term.
Well, this is an election year. So another question I have to ask you. Do you think either one of these presidential candidates has a handle on energy as an issue for the United States?
No, I don't believe either one does. And I think that if you look in particular the past couple of months, the political rhetoric that each has espoused has been for me, it's been jaw-dropping. Some of the things that have been said, 18-cent savings on taxes for gasoline, what's that going to do for the consumer?
You mean when they were going to waive
what's it going to do
tax?
For getting additional production? The things that are necessary, you're not seeing either politician step up to the plate and say, hey, drill in the Gulf, drill in Anwar. No, it won't change prices today, but we'd be remiss in trying to do something for the future. Where are the refineries? Who's stepping up to say, build more refineries? Where's our refining capacity gone to? Why haven't we kept up with it in the past 30 years? So I don't believe either politician has anything in mind right now except to focus on the best way they perceive to get elected.
Well, if you were going to tell the next president of the United States something about energy, what would you tell him?
Well, I would tell them, step up and tell the whole truth. Study it, get some good people in the energy industry is one thing about this energy industry that I think people don't realize is that the job that we're doing here is really a noble job. We cannot function in this world without energy, and we're trying to find energy in order to produce it and turn it into a form that we all use every day. It doesn't just materialize out of nowhere. And I feel very good about the job that I'm doing. I am doing it not just to make money, but I'm also doing it trying to fulfill a function for society, for our culture, for the world. And so I would say step up to the plate, study it, try to figure out what are the best ways that where we need to apply our energy and resources in trying to solve our problems and be honest about it.
Do you think the public is ready for this?
Well, I think they are now. I think you've seen the swing of people opposed to drilling in the Gulf, in the Eastern Gulf, versus the swing back now to the majority of people saying, hey, if it's ours, let's go get it.
Do you think the industry is ready to carry that message to the public?
I think that we should be ready to carry that message to the public. We're the ones with the knowledge. So we've got to, we as well need to step up to the plate and supply that message to them. And I think you're seeing it more and more in some of the ads that I think Chevron's been particularly good in the ads that they've been producing about energy.
Let's talk about Denali for a moment. What do you see on the horizon?
Well, Denali is a private equity-backed company. We focus on the Gulf Coast of Texas in traditional plays, Wilcox, Vicksburg, deep, tight gas. That's our expertise. And
what size targets are you after?
Well, we look for something that's going to have some running room to it. It's really difficult for me to say exactly, but kind of a ballpark, I'd say 10 to 15 BCF type of prospects would be on the smaller to medium size what we're looking for. And we find a good field, it's going to be in the 50 plus BCF range.
That's significant production.
That's significant production for Denali.
John, this has been very interesting. Do you have any final comments?
No, I thank you for inviting me here and asking me these tough questions. And some of my answers here are not necessarily those that are representative of Denali, but they're my personal feelings.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you discussing this with me.
I'm Richard Loomis for World Energy Television, and we've been hosting on-camera dialogues at Summer NAPE 2008. Thank you very much for watching.